I do have another unboxing, and we'll just get right to it. So what we have here is a product by Makita, and it is actually a router rail guide. Comes with 4 rails, and you've got your screw attachments. This seems to be the segment that actually rides on the rail, and I imagine this is the other side of the part that goes next to the router. Now, looking at this, it appears that it actually tightens to the rail with it's got little screws down here. They're Phillips head screws that you'll put the screwdriver through here, and it actually, I guess, pushes this plastic over to make it snug on the rail. So let me see how it fits on an actual Makita rail. Alright, so here's the Makita rail. And it has a little bit of play, so let me see if I can tighten that up real quick. Let me find a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, so I got the Phillips. Let me just tighten this up a bit. Let's see what happens. So you see the screw in here. And that's okay, yeah. That takes the slop out. Okay, so we got that element. There's 2 areas for the actual rods to go through. There's one here, and then for the smaller rods here, and then the larger rods go on the outside. So obviously you're only going to use one at a time, but they're not, you can't switch them around. So I like the way that kind of feels. So obviously this solves part of my problem in regards to being able to cut dados, because now I actually have a router sled for the Makita. Alright, so what we have here is another product by Makita. As I will always say, I'm not about that worrying about one platform life. I'll go with whatever platform is going to provide me the opportunity to do what I need to do. So here we have the Makita. This is the Makita 18-volt LXT lithium-ion brushless compact router kit. It comes with the plunge base, an edge guide. I believe it has 2 batteries. The router itself, it's got a 3-year warranty, 45-minute charge time. Yeah, 2 batteries and 1 charger. I think it's the single bay charger. And this is model number XTRO1T7. So let's open it up and see what you get in the box. This is not a new product. It is a it's been out for a while. I'm not quite sure how long, but it's been out for a while. Now, as I was doing the dados on the dollhouse, obviously I ran into the issue where this area here kept slipping and my plunge depth kept changing. Also, because I wanted to route all the way across the 8 foot length of a piece of plywood. The DeWalt rail was not able to do that for me because I would have to remove the strip in order to use the Bench Dog's parallel guide with that fence, and I didn't want to take the other cut strip off. And besides that, even if I would have took the cut strip off, because of how the actual width here of the Bench Dog's rail, it actually is going to take up real estate, because I believe the DeWalt rail is only 102 inches in length, and so when you have to subtract this from the actual rail, which would make it challenging to get all the way across an 8-foot section, whereas with the Makita, which is 118 inches, you can put in a product like this, and even though you have to subtract this amount, you will still have plenty of in-feed and out-feed to cut a full sheet of plywood, to either cut or to actually route a dado, which is what all of this is for, is to route dados in wood to help with my cabinet making abilities. So opening this up, got a Makita systainer in here. This will be the second one that I have, the other one being with my track saw. I wonder if Makita makes one of those little dollies, but I guess I can make my own for these tools. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. Alright, so we've got a manual, we've got the Makita 18-volt charger, and it's just a single charger. I already have a dual charger that I use for my my track saw. I do have 2 5-amp-hour batteries, which is good because now I believe the router only runs on one battery. I believe the router only runs on one battery at a time. Sorry, I was opening this. Alright, so there's the battery, typical 18-volt. Now I know Makita's really moving into their 40-volt line, and so maybe a lot of these 18 volts will end up being obsolete over time. That's possible. But for right now, this is what we got, and this is what we're going to use. As I said, the primary reason why I purchased this is so that I can actually do dados and plywood. Now, being that this is a compact router, I may have to actually take multiple passes, whereas I may not have had to do that with this particular router because it's this, I believe, is 2 2.25 horsepower, whereas this brushless router, I want to say it's probably 1.25. Let's see if it says it. This is the router itself, and it's nice and compact. Not bad. Not bad. Very comparable to my Milwaukee. The Milwaukee stands a little bit taller, right? But it's a nice little feel. Won't feel quite as tippy as the Milwaukee, because obviously the Milwaukee's taller. I look forward to actually putting these against each other just to see which one gives me better performance. I also, as far as compact routers, have this Ryobi router, so I can actually, give all of these a shot, try them against each other to see how well they do. But as I said, the only reason why I have this one is because it works within the Milwaukee ecosystem, or the Makita ecosystem, to use the track to do dados. The whole goal is to try to simplify this cabinet making process for myself, because when you use dados, it gives you a reference point to either, like if it's an actual dado as opposed to a rabbit. A dado is going to give you 3 points of contact to get your projects square and give it some structure to hold together. even before you glue it up or use a metal fastener. And then with the rabbet, you have the 2 points of contact, which is going to help a novice like me to kind of hold projects together. I still may need to invest in a few clamps to kind of hold things in a way to keep them secure. And I'm doing some investigation to see what would be the best solution for that. But so far, just looking at out the box, it looks pretty good. And let's get this out of here because this is not the star of the show today. And I'll move this over. All right. So we've got the edge guide here, right? And we've got our plunge base. And you see it's got the holes here on both sides to receive the rods. So we're going to try that out right off the bat. And then you've got the actual spanner or wrench to change the bits. And then there looks like there's a couple of bushings in here, or bushing guides, and a small kind of, I don't know, metal ring, but we'll go over that later. The systainer itself has like this kind of nylon-y type bag with compartments to house everything, which is pretty cool. Not bad. Yep, so now I got my 2 systainers for Makita. Or rather, I guess this is 3 because one of these houses the charger for the track saw. These latches just kind of go up and attach on both areas. And then there you go. So I need to make a little wheelbase to put those in. Get those around, one for that and for my little Festool tools as well. So, all right, let's see if we can get this base on. First, I believe we have to unclamp this and take this base off. There's your actual router motor there. Pretty compact. And then we've got the grooves in the back, so it's hitting something here on this side. What is it hitting? Oh, I see it. So there's a little pin there. There. And there we go. I like the feel. It's pretty small. It's nice and compact, but you got that same, you know, nice hold. So I think I could see myself using this for quite a few jobs here. I like it. I like the feel. I like the compactness of it. I actually was considering getting the base like this for the actual Milwaukee, and I may, because I really like this. I mean, you got your depth adjustments here to dial in. You've got your, it looks like it's got 3 different sets here that you can rotate between. You've got your on-off switch. It's got a lock button here, so you have to unlock the tool. The speed dial goes up to 5, so 1 to 5. Nice. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. All right, so let's see which one of these rails fit, or rods fit inside here. So obviously it's not the big one. The small one fits in there nicely. I'm gonna tighten that up. All right, that's nice and secure. Let's get this other one in. Tighten that up. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and, yep, it fits right on there like it's supposed to. I guess it would help if I put it in the right opening, but let's do this one first. And I think I'm supposed to put that plastic part on, but we'll see. So this disconnects here, and this runs all the way through, and then you have this part. We put it on the rail, and then we slide it over, just like that. Just trying to look and see here, what does this do? Ah, that's what that's for. To level that out. So this section which I don't see the screw. Oh, that's this. Oh, okay. So basically what you can do is you can actually, let me tighten this back down, right? You can unscrew here, push this up on the rail, and then you put this in here, like this. You get the bit to where you want it to be. So let's say you want to move it out just a hair to here, right? And then you tighten this end up. And you tighten this one up. So you're all tighten there. And then you come around on this end here, right? And you raise it accordingly. To get you a level plunge. And there you go. So I was wondering, it was a slight dip to the left of the rail, but with this mechanism right here, it gives you the ability to level that off so that the router actually sits true, and it gives you the ability to just slide through your cut. This is nice. This is what I like about when you buy the right tool to do the job. I mean, this is going to be really, really nice. And I think, you know what, I might as well just try it out. Let's go ahead and put a bit in there. We unclamp it here, pull it up. Got our collet. Let's get our wrenches. I'll just use this one since it's already out. Pull it up a bit. And you can actually use the 2-wrench method to tighten. Got that nice and snug. Try this. Obviously this is not flat, so this is not probably the ideal situation. I do need to clamp this, I think. bars on this battery. Let's take a look. Look at that. Nice. So I won't be able to make full depth cuts probably in one go, but this is definitely a better method than the DeWalt setup, simply because I will be able to use my whole 118-inch rail with this setup. That's going to be super nice. So I'll be able to cross dado boards, which ensures that my dados will line up perfectly, because I'll be able to use not just the rail, but I'll also be able to use the rail square to make sure that my dado is 90 degrees to the edge of the work. But I can also use the parallel guide system to make sure my dados are the same length or distance from one another, from one side of the work to the other, going up to 50 inches, which would be really nice, because I could just map out and say, okay, I want my dado at section A, section B, and then even if it's too far over on the other end, I can actually reference from the opposite end if I need to with the 50-inch parallel guide. So I'm really excited. I am really excited about how all of this is coming together. I really see myself making, I can see myself becoming more of a cabinet maker now and making things useful for around the house, and things that don't just look like utter trash, but that are I would actually be proud to say that I made that. Yeah, so anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here. It's 7 p.m. I think I'm gonna run to Lowe's to pick up a that IQ trimmer. So I'll check you guys in my next video. Take care.